Howdy, Immortallium here, and I am back to do some more of the daily modes on Gamedle. So without any further ado, let's take a look at Classic. So first off, I don't immediately recognize that. Oddly enough, my very first thought was actually, if any of you have seen like the show Stargate, I kind of thought of this like a circle with those patterns on the edges. I mean, there's no... It's not a Stargate game, but... I don't know. Right now, I think I need more information, so I'm gonna go with plate up. It's not plate up, okay. So what is this? It kind of looks like a plate, alright. That's kind of like shattered and broken. I honestly have no idea right now. Also, I just took a note and see... Yeah. 6 average guess attempts. That's a sign that this is a tough one, I'd say. Hang on. I forgot that I can get information now from down here. So, it's an indie game that was released on PC and Switch. Potentially more platforms, and obviously more than just indie. I honestly have no idea, so I'm just gonna... for some reason, I just decided I'd put in RU, and let's just go with this. Okay, so we've got some cat paw prints here. Which, okay, so I'm gonna put in... It's not Catherine, but I need more... I need something to work off of, and right now I don't really have any ideas. Okay, now I see that the shattered... plate, that's the shape of a cat within it. Obviously it's not Stray. Oh, it is a puzzle game, you can see that. And it's also come out on Mac. That's interesting. So it's a puzzle... Oh, hang on. We've got a little bit of something there. Let's assume that that's an LE. So that probably gives us a million options here. Okay, I'm just gonna kind of look for... It's not Valkyrie Profile. It's not Undertale. Not Triangle Strategy. Not the Stanley Parable. I'm just gonna do a quick glance through here, folks, and see if anything stands out. It could be the Invincible, but I don't know why... screw it. Let's try the Invincible for the moment. Oh, well... Okay, that's kind of a big deal, I'd say. Till the... A little to the left. That could be an LE for left. Okay, so that's an option. It could be a little to the left. What other options do we have to work with here? Breach? No. No, not Journey to Savage Planet. Not a Legend of Zelda game. I'm going to try a little to the left. We got it. Okay, so I'm gonna confess, I don't think I know this game. It's possible that I've seen this image once or twice, like, being, like, advertised. But I would never have been able to name the game unless I got the yeah, because you can see that there was another word beneath that. I was looking when I saw this LE here, I thought it was the end of the last word, so that would have been the direction that I would have been going with before. Okay, artwork next. Ooh. Now this is a really distinct looking style, old school. So I'm thinking some kind of soccer game. I don't think it's going to be... Well, it could be 64. No. So, other options. It is a sports game, obviously. Do they have any... No, they don't have any of those Tsubasa games. There's like some kind of Mario kicking one, isn't there? Like a soccer one. Don't know if that's the art style for Mario, though, but I mean, at this point, Just gonna see what our options here and see if any of these... The strikers, which I think that's a new one, so it's not gonna be strikers. Right? Isn't that for the Switch? Super Mario Strikers? Besides that... Well, that's not tennis. I can tell you for a fact that's not tennis. Strikers Charged. Is this like an older one or something? Okay, so it was released for the Wii. It was released for the Wii U. Now, if I'm a betting man here, I would bet that this is a re-release. So I bet original platform we're talking like maybe the SNES era. And it got re-released later on the Wii and the Wii U. I'm gonna put in the word sport and just see what comes up. It's not any of those. Okay, I have no idea here. Let's see if we can maybe like narrow down the platform. So I'm gonna say Mega Man X, because this would tell us if it's for the SNES. Okay, so it doesn't mention the SNES at all there. In fact, this could have been SNES for all I know. I've never heard of Mario Strikers Charged. So it's not for the SNES. Is it a PC game? Could this be like... I highly doubt that it's for PC. Okay, I'm gonna say Day of the Tentacle to see if we can get the DOS and stuff. No, nothing. Nothing connecting this game and Day of the Tentacle. Okay, like these are very distinct, like classic art styles from Japan, I would say. This shot here, do you see this? I guess is he the goalie or something? And then this little prominent nose is again something that I kind of associate with like classic anime. So I don't think I know this game at all. Like, I'm already bad enough with like modern sports games, let alone having to remember old sports games. What else can I put in? Maybe, does that have the word goal? No. Player. I'm just trying to think of any term I can think of to do with soccer. Football. Nope, it's all Football Manager. It's certainly not Football Manager. Let's see. No, it's not referee. We always said goal. Kick. And when you kick the ball. Strike. No. I have no idea, folks. Okay, I'm gonna guess Disney's Aladdin, because maybe it'll tell me... Okay, we're back to the NES days, the like old NES days. Oh, for the NES? A sports game for the NES. I have no idea, folks. I honestly don't think I can guess this. I'll be curious once the answer's revealed whether I even know of this game. So I have nothing on this. What can I even put in? What if it's just called soccer? Oh! It was soccer! Okay, well, I'm gonna first off say here, folks, I don't think I know this game at all. That was a complete guess right there. I was racking my brain for all these, like, terms. You know, football, goalie, player, that kind of stuff. So there, that was just like a kind of a last-ditch attempt to, you know, guess something. And I was like, soccer. I was actually somewhat tempted to hit skip there. But I was like, I may as well put in an answer of some kind. So I was like, okay, what can I put in? Wow. Okay, let's see. Ninja, teleportation, wall hit, fast-paced. Wall hit. Okay, well, I don't know if teleportation is the word I'd use for it, but yeah, it's not Ghost Runner. Danger Zone, Tag Teaming, Time Attack, Martial Arts. What other ninja games are there? Mark of the Ninja. Juggle Combos, Launch Title, Survival Mode, Greatest Hits. Greatest Hits, we saw this yesterday. That means it's a game for the PS2, I think. And that it sold well on the PS2 and it got re-released under the Greatest Hits line. So in that case, what ninja games came out for the PS2? Was there a Tenchu game that came out for the PS2? Jiggle Physics. When I think of jiggle physics in video games, there's basically two different body parts that I can think of that use jiggle physics. There's, the cliche example, and then there was a creative example with a man from, I believe, Street Fighter 4. So yeah, that was an example of a guy with jiggle physics. Counter system, training mode, sibling rivalry, juggle combos. If only I knew what games first came out, were launch titles for the PS2. We haven't actually clarified down here that it is a PS2 game. I'm just gonna see first off. Yeah, see, it is a PS2 game. Okay. Missing Relative. Hand-to-hand combat, multi-tiered stages, environmental hazards. Danger Zone, tag teaming, fast-paced, ninja. Time Attack. If only I knew ninja games. Tell you what, folks. I'm actually going to take a quick glance and see if I can find a list of launch titles for the PS2 and see if that can help me. Okay, so I took a quick glance and a launch title for the PS2 in Europe, it said, is Tekken Tag Tournament. So I just want to see, is this seems like, tag teaming, that seems to make sense to me. It does sound like it could be a fighting game. So I think this is a pretty decent chance. It isn't. Okay. It's also the wrong franchise and saga. But we do know now it's a fighting game. And we do know that it was also an arcade game. 3D fighter, character select screen, adapted to movie. So it could be... let me just check and see, was there a Dead or Alive example? Dead or Alive, I think, is 3D Fighter, right? I'll actually double check that in a moment. Okay, the only other option that I could see there... Well, there is a Street Fighter game that's listed as a launch title. But I'm thinking it's more likely that could be Dead or Alive 2. If it's not this, then I don't know what else it could be. Because it is a 3D fighter. It was adapted into a movie. Okay, we got it. Okay, we got it in the end. All it took was me looking up a list of PS2 launch titles. I guess I should kind of take pride in the fact that I knew that the greatest hits thing means it was to do with PS2. Okay, let's move on to my favorite game mode then. So first off, Wolfenstein. Give me... Okay, so we know it's a single player game. We know it isn't a first person game. So... After this, I'm going to check to see if it's a third-person game. It isn't a third-person game. It's not sci-fi. So it isn't first-person or third-person. So my next two options that I'd be leaning towards would be bird view / isometric or side view. Those would be my first thoughts next. So let me think about this now. What can we put in that's... a side view game. I can't remember the exact year it came out, but I'm kind of feeling like putting in Hollow Knight. Oh man, I got a lot of information there. Holy moly. Okay, let's break this down, folks. So we got side view. It is a Unity game. It is single player. It is from 2017. It is a fantasy, in addition to a bunch of other stuff. It's a platformer adventure indie game from 2017. So I feel like we got so much information there. It should be relatively easy to guess now. I'm actually going to take a look and see what games came out in 2017, and I'll be back. Okay, taking a look at the list here, I have two options, although one of them now I'm questioning because I'm actually thinking whether or not it actually fulfills the criteria. So I'm going to say, first off, Steam World Dig 2, which probably will have sci-fi in it. It's probably not going to be that. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. The other one that I was also questioning was Little Nightmares, which I could be wrong. I feel like that wasn't a Unity game, but I'm still going to guess anyway. Yeah, see, it was an Unreal Engine game. Okay, give me the clue. Okay, this is probably going to make it really easy, so I'm going to quickly look up this company, Infinite Fall, and get back to you, because I'll probably be able to get it then. Okay, so I looked it up, and I mean, I've never played the game, so I guess this is something that maybe people can answer for me if they know. So, looking them up, the very first thing that popped up, and I considered this as a possibility a moment ago, Night in the Woods. Now, the reason that I didn't try Night in the Woods a moment ago is because of the fact that it had the word platform here. And, I mean, I haven't played Night in the Woods. I didn't think it was a platformer. So, people can inform me whether that's correct, if it is a platformer, or if it isn't a platformer. I'd be quite curious to know. But anyway, this is probably the answer. It is. So we did get it in the end, which is good. I was a little thrown off by this platform thing, though. So I will be curious to hear folks tell me whether or not this is actually accurate. But anyway, let's head back to the home screen. I think we did it right. Let me just double check. Yeah, so we got a little to the left. We got this in the end, just by guessing. We got Dead or Alive 2 by looking up a little bit of info. And we got the guess. So yeah, we actually got all of them today, so that's actually fantastic. Very happy to see that. So hopefully folks have enjoyed this video. If you did, of course, leave it a like. Also consider subscribing to the channel and checking out some of my other content, such as the streams and the highlights videos. Also consider checking out a YouTube channel called Victory Achieved Gaming, where I help guide a friend through some pretty challenging games. And check out my blog, Immortalliumblog.com. Every Monday, new blog posts go up, covering a wide range of topics such as anime, manga, video games, horror movies, Western animation, etc, etc. So with that all being said and done, this has been Owen, also known as Immortallium. I'll talk to you guys next time. So until then, have a good one.